Ahoy there, me scoundrels and scallywags, and welcome back to Let's Play Return to Monkey Island. This be your host, Sensei Starman, and it has been a few days since I had a chance to play this, so I am curious to see if the remind me what we were talking about function kicks in on the latest load.
Do you remember where we were?
Kind of. But remind me a little?
Okay. So the secret of Monkey Island was in a safe at the voodoo shop, and I was looking for the 5 golden keys that would open it. Well, I wasn't sure where LeChuck or Captain Madison were, but I was sure they were up to something. Elaine was on Scurvy Island, working on stuff for the Marley Foundation. Stan was in prison in an ice quarry. There was a lot to think about, but I was keeping my to-do list up to date, and the main thing was finding those golden keys.
A splendid recap. I couldn't have done it better myself. But you'll recall that last time we did get this nice little picture of us and Stan fabricated. I'm sure we will find a purpose for that. And we did get ourselves a whole bunch of limes. But checking out our to-do list, we have acquire old Mrs. Goldsmith's key, or old Mrs. Smith's golden key, acquire Whitey's golden key, acquire Bella Fisher's key, get the museum flag, get the flag from the fish shop, become a high-ranking chum. To do that, acquire the Bermuda Island golden key, acquire the Terror Island golden key, get a map to the sea, got that. Help Elaine get a better Scurvy flyer, find Sir Monkey Island, and relive the glory days. Well, we were actually going to focus on Elaine's quest first, because as she noted, we need somebody who is a marketing expert. And Stan the salesman, for all of his many, many sins, was a pretty good salesman, if a bit ethically questionable. So we're going to sail to Bermuda.
Halt, ship! If that's what you can call that.
Made it myself. It's a source of pride.
This is a scurvy inspection point. The law requires that you're carrying limes before I allow you to proceed north.
Here, look, I have lines, see?
To proceed north, you'll have to fill out a customs declaration form. Name?
Guybrush Threepwood, Esquire.
Fill this out and be completely honest.
Okay, are you a pirate? Well, apparently not, since I never actually handed in the 3 items for the 3 trials. Have you been to Plague Island in the last 6 months? No. If you check question 2, is it for business or pleasure? Did you answer question 2? Are you carrying limes? Yes. Are you now, or have you ever been a member of the pirate party? Did you check question 4, not question 6? No. I will not answer 27 or 28. Let's see, 27 or 28 are... You have checked an odd number of questions. You have checked an even number of questions. Yeah, I will not do that because that would require way much effort. Are you carrying any live large stock? No. Are you carrying more than 10 or less than 3 bananas? Less than 3, yes. Did you not check 7? Yes. Ah! If you checked 9, why did you not check 2? Have you not been to Bermuda during the winter? No. Can a woodchuck chuck wood? Yes. Have you ever worn a disguise or used a pseudonym before? Yes. Is the answer to 13 and 9 a lie? No. Are you not carrying limes? No. If you check question 1, verify you check question 29. Well, I didn't, so what's 29? Check this. I am currently filling out a customs form, yes. Have you ever destroyed a priceless artifact and gotten away with it? Yes. I think therefore I am. Yes. The North Star is in the south. No. I can verify that I questioned 11 correctly. Well, yes. I'm not carrying any trivia cards. At the moment, no. Questions 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11 are prime. Yes. Check this. Was that one about 29 earlier? If you check question 1, verify you check question 29. Don't check this. Check if you didn't check question 25. Don't check this if you didn't check question 29. Ag. And I wish you would just let me for answer these questions truthfully.
Alright, let's see how you've done. Good answer. Interesting you would check that one. Good penmanship. Not checking that was smart. Okay, this looks in order. You may proceed with full approval of the Bermuda Port Authority.
Alright. And it looks like there's no place else to go to up here apart from Bermuda, so let's sail to Bermuda. Bahama. Come on, pretty mama.
The wind must have blown out the fire. It's amazing they stay lit in this weather. It's amazing they stay lit in this weather. The bucket filled to the brim with rotten fish bones. I'm staying far away from this. It's a very regal-looking ice sculpture.
And I checked to make sure that there's not a plaque to read on this one.
It says, Courthouse of Bermuda.
Let's see, books, feel the warmth.
Toasty.
And hey, there's a painting of that lady from the cutscene from before. Doesn't look like there's anything here apart from the lamp and the judge. Plead before Judge Plank. Oh, and leave the courthouse or approach the bench.
Order! Order in the court! I am going to cite you for contempt of court for not asking permission to approach the bench.
I humbly apologize. May I approach the bench, Your Honor?
You may approach the bench. Court is now in session. Judge Plank presiding. How do you plead?
On my knees like this? Oh, come on, that's a perfectly good joke. That should be on here.
Innocent.
In the case of Guybrush vs. Whale, the whale was found to be complicit. Case was dropped when the witness failed to show up over the poster forging. I never blew up that fort. No gunpowder residue was ever found. Due to lack of evidence, all charges have been dropped.
Due to lack of evidence, all charges have been dropped.
Order! Order in the court! Quiet on the gallery, or there will be arrests.
Your Honor, do you have to buy your own robes? I'm sure I'm searching for the secret of Monkey Island.
Did I mention I am searching for the secret of Monkey Island?
Until it becomes a legal matter before the court, it is of no interest to me. Although, I do remember a case several years back where the secret was claimed to be a fraud and a scam to sell computer games. I believe that was settled out of court for a substantial sum.
Wait, there's computers in this pirate world?
What did Your Honor do wrong to get this appointment?
Never beat a Supreme Court justice in cribbage.
Your Honor, do you have to buy your own robes? Or are they court-appointed?
Order! Order in the court! If I don't get order, I am going to clear the court!
Your Honor, are you wearing pants under that robe? Please remember that you're under oath.
Order! Order in the court! If I don't get order, I am going to clear the court!
That is all, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned!
Alright.
May I approach the bench, Your Honor?
You may approach the bench. Court is now in session. Judge Plank presiding.
I have no business with the court, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned!
Alright, well, clearly I can't do anything here yet. But sooner or later, I probably will have to
It's locked. Maybe I'll come back later.
plead something. And yes, clearly we're being railroaded to head to the island center, but that's okay. Alright, so here we got the town center, the ice castle, and the ice quarry. And nothing else obvious, so let's do the quarry first. Aha!
The guard is guardedly guarding the guardhouse.
Well, let's get some fun business first.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
I had just broken through a blockade as thick and deadly as the crab biscuit the scum bar. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a titanic alabaster whale with eyes like destiny and skin tattooed by 100 harpoons. Inside, it was like walking on soft cheese with rivers of pea soup that stank like a bosun's armpit. One false move, and you'd be wearing Jonah's overcoat, a layer of greasy phlegm as thick as day-old pancake batter. We stuck a hook in the beastie's mouth and caught it from the inside.
Listen, let me tell you something about anglers.
By which you mean people who fish.
Right, but if you are one, you'd say angler.
I would?
Every subculture has its own special language, words with significance specific to that subculture. When you use them, you convey both meaning and membership.
That sounds good.
That's why authentic-sounding fish stories always have plenty of angler lingo. For example, I wouldn't tell people, a big fish broke my string. I'd say, I was jigging with a hard bait when a strike from a lunker snapped my leader.
That's both highly specific and difficult to understand.
Exactly the point. Want to give it a try?
Okay. I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called Flambe. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. Inside, it was like walking on soft cheese with rivers of pea soup that stank like a landlubber's bait box. One false move, and you'd be wearing Jonah's overcoat, a layer of greasy phlegm as thick as day-old pancake batter. Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
Yeah, that's the way. You almost sound like a real angler. Yes, that one's a keeper. Pack it in your creel and take it to the fish shop on Melee.
All right. But now to our business.
Hi. Any chance I could get inside the quarry?
Not many try to get in here, just out. What's the purpose of your visit?
I'm an ice retailer, investigating supply possibilities.
You'd have to take that up with the head office, which is not inside the quarry. The only people allowed inside are the prisoners. And also, I suppose, people visiting the prisoners, but no one ever does that.
I'd like to visit a prisoner, please.
We do have a visitation policy, but it's quite strict. Who are you here to see?
Stan.
We do have a Stan. I'm a little surprised he'd have a visitor. Can you prove you know him?
I can describe him. Loud jacket. Never stops moving his arms. Or his lips.
That does sound like him, but I'm supposed to see some actual physical evidence. Just bring me something that shows you two have ever been in a room together. That way, I can tell my boss that I did my job.
Well, I've got a completely fabricated picture.
What do you think of this picture of me and my extremely dear friend Stan together? We had it painted at our local Muskrat Club meeting.
You look real close. All right, you can go in and see him, but no escapes.
I wouldn't dream of it.
You don't want to be right there when I open the gate. Go stand next to his stump. All clear. Move along, move along.
Okay, guess we have nothing else to say to him.
You know where Stan is?
He's in the back corner.
You know Stan?
Keep on walking. You'll find him.
You know Stan?
Way in the back.
You know Stan?
He's in the back corner.
Yes, I am going to talk to every single
You know
person
Stan?
Way in the back.
on the odd chance that there is a silly achievement for doing that.
Seen Stan?
Way in the back.
Loud guy, big hat.
Keep on walking, you'll find him.
We're also looking for trivia cards on the
Seen
ground.
Stan?
Keep on walking. You'll find him.
That was...
Seen Stan?
He's in the back corner.
You know where Stan is?
He's in the back corner.
You know Stan?
He's in the back corner.
You know Stan?
Way in the back.
You know Stan?
Just past the tunnel.
Loud guy, big hat.
Just past the tunnel.
You know where Stan is?
Just past the tunnel.
Seen Stan?
He's in the back corner.
Loud guy, big hat.
Way in the back.
You know Stan?
He's in the back corner.
You know Stan?
Behind you.
Oh, yeah.
You know Stan?
Just ahead.
Looks like they have room for one more prisoner. It looks like a secret escape tunnel.
Ha-ha!
It's the secret tunnel to the ice quarry.
Well, that'll save me some time.
Hey Stan,
Hi there, son. Nice to see you. What are you in for?
some sort of a sales pitch, I expect.
Pitches are for baseball, son. I make introductions. I'm like a matchmaker between you and your future. I want you to consider these two words. Ice. Sculpture. Separately, they're exciting. Strength. Elegance. Transparency. Together, they could be life-changing. The chill of the Arctic combined with the blaze of the avant-garde. Nature, tamed by man, bent to his will with chisels and fire. These fine examples of neo-post-colonial abstract representationalism can turn a dining room into a banquet hall, a shack into a palace, a simple celebration into an earth-shattering, once-in-a-lifetime event. They're limited edition masterpieces made with all natural ingredients and are 100% biodegradable. And they come with an expiration guarantee. They're engineered to transform continuously, taking on new shapes and offering new insights each day. Over time, they become more compact, eventually suitable for inclusion in the celebratory cocktail you use to toast your next purchase. Surefire, can't miss. What do you say?
I don't think so.
Don't wait too long, they're selling like hotcakes.
Did you know there's an escape tunnel over there?
Oh no, son, I can't escape. Wouldn't be wise. I'm only in for a month after all. Got a copy of the judge's order right here.
Let's see. Is hereby ordered that the defendant Smilin Stan S. Stanman is to be remanded for hard labor at the Marine Ice Quarry for the unfortunately trivial term of 1 month.
Yeah, I sure did get off light. Lucky for me, they never caught on to my pyramid scheme, or I'd probably be doing 10 years.
Tell me more about that pyramid scheme you mentioned.
Honestly, I don't know why the law makes such a big deal about it. It's just creative money management. Easy if you know what to do with the figures. I've got this accountant, Ned Filigree. He's a genius with that stuff. If they ever saw his records, well, let's just say the first thing I'm doing when I get out is go burn all that paperwork.
What was the name of your accountant again?
Ned Filigree. He's good, and he works cheap. Be careful, though. He's got a hang-up about meticulous record-keeping that can be problematic if anyone looks too close.
Definitely a bad thing when you're a criminal salesman.
My hunt for the secret of Monkey Island is going great.
Good for you, kid. Closing time comes too soon for us all. You gotta try all the snacks you can before it does.
I know exactly where it is. I've just got to get my hands on 5 golden keys. As soon as I get them all, the secret will be mine. Mine!
Easy there, Tiger. You don't want to start drooling in weather like this. Might freeze solid while you're talking. And then where are you? In a prison work camp with your tongue stuck to your face like a big pink boil, that's where.
Thanks a lot for that image, Stan. This place sure is quiet.
That's what productivity sounds like.
I think I'll poke around a little.
You enjoy yourself, son.
It's the judicial order for Stan's imprisonment. It says he only has 1 month left. Here, Stan. I think this is your toothbrush.
Sweet gingerbread cake, that's old Bessie, all right. I'm much obliged.
And we just got an achievement for Dental Samaritan. Well, so shines a good deed in a weary world.
Elaine and I could use some marketing advice. The Marley Foundation is trying to combat scurvy by distributing limes, but no one's willing to take them.
I feel your pain, son. I had a similar problem selling life preservers in the farming community. Sometimes people don't know what they want even when they want it. You got any promotional materials?
Elaine made this pamphlet.
I see the problem. It's wrong from top to bottom. You couldn't sell water to fish with this blather.
It's a little dry.
But it's got facts in it. Worse than that, scientific facts. I'll need to meet with her to iron this out.
Can't you just tell me what to do and I'll tell her?
No, that won't do. Things get lost in translation. A whinny isn't a whinny if it doesn't come out of a horse's mouth. No shade on you, son, but you're not a pro. You wouldn't be able to convey the nuance that's needed here. She and I have got to have a meeting of the minds, and minds have got to meet face to face.
I'll let her know. I think I'll poke around a little.
You enjoy yourself, son.
Okay. So, we need to get Stan out of prison to help Elaine. But Stan doesn't want to leave because his sentence is about to end. And he mentioned that he would be in for a much longer sentence if we could, his accountant ever let his books get found. But just on the odd chance that we don't have to hunt down the accountant, which is next to nil.
Sales and marketing people like Stan are a blight on society, to be sure, but a month was all I could give him. The case lacked evidence. If there had been any legally binding evidence, I would have given him 10 years with no chance for parole.
Well, he once sold me a leaky ship. Does that count?
The court rules not admissible, given the statute of limitations is up. Court is adjourned.
Okay, so we will have to find Stan's accountant and steal his books. Which just leaves us with this ice castle to explore.
Toasty. Toasty.
Maybe it's warm in here. Camelot!
Nice view.
Maybe not. If Ilsa's up at the top of this, I'm going to be very put out. I know, I should just let it go. That's right, I went there. This is very Chuck Jones.
Roaring fire, melting ice. Very hoogly.
Welcome, loyal subject.
It's nicely dried, pre-cut, and ready to go. These matches are specially formulated for freezing temperatures. Disclaimer, will not light underwater. This entire castle is made of ice. Thank goodness there's a fire, ready to be freezing. Ah. It's slowly filling up with castle. At the end of the plank.
My only copy. Please don't touch it.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate.
Grunt.
I didn't quite catch that. I see. Bermuda seems like a friendly place.
Grunt.
Yeah, I feel you.
Grunt. Urgh.
Well, that was pointless. Not quite so pointless as talking to the dog in the original Monkey Island, but still very silly.
Oh, most regal, high, authoritative, benevolent ruler person.
No need to be so formal. This is Brrr Muda. You're Guybrush Threepwood, aren't you? I'm Odina the Ninth. I know your wife.
You do look familiar.
Yeah, we saw you in the
Maybe
cutscene.
I saw you in a cutscene or something.
In your house, but I wouldn't expect you to remember it. You were busy drawing a lot of lines on an old map.
Yeah, that does sound like me.
What brings you north of the 19th parallel, Guybrush?
I need your help to recover the secret of Monkey Island. There are these 5 golden keys.
I'm vaguely aware of them. You can obviously see the one on my crown. The Crown of Keys is a ceremonial artifact worn by the reigning Queen of Bermuda. It was originally fashioned from the house keys of the citizens as a gesture of trust.
And or submission?
My predecessor as queen is the one who added the golden key. I think it gives a certain pizzazz.
It does at that.
Naturally, you'll want to have that cleaned once in a while.
It stays perfectly clean as long as I don't let greasy pirates put their paws all over it. You may touch the crown if and when you become queen, and not before.
Hey,
Become queen. Interesting.
I'm not that greasy!
Hypothetically, how exactly would a person become Queen of Bermuda?
You have to earn it, win it, wrest it from the iron grip of the previous queen. Most people can't manage that, of course. But by the traditions of Bermuda, all are welcome to try. To become queen, you must show your qualifications by defeating the current queen in 3 contests. The contests test your heartiness, your seriousness, and your intelligence.
We're in big trouble.
Can I select a champion to compete for me?
Assuming you don't mind that your champion becomes queen, and you yourself are still not allowed to touch the crown.
Yeah, that second part sounds like a deal breaker. I challenge you to the contest
wait.
of heartiness.
Come with me. We've got to go downtown.
I was going to ask what the trials were first, but... Hey, I've opened up the town hall.
See that triangle? There are 3 of them here in the building. 1 for each contest. When you want to formally issue a challenge, you ring the triangle.
Dios mío, another challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, although your appetite for this nauseating affair never ceases to amaze me, it is my solemn duty to adjudicate this, the contest of heartiness.
Eating contest?
As you are all thoroughly aware, the objective is to successfully and permanently consume more raw fish than your opponent. Today's challenge fish is toadfish. Wait a moment. The bucket of plenty contains no plenty. There are no fish here whatsoever, and the contest cannot be held without fish. Everyone go home.
Okay, so I'll have to get some fish. But rather than go back to the palace, I'm now in the town hall. And I'm going to go ahead and stop here for the moment, since we're now hitting the half-hour mark. But next time, we will finish exploring Bermuda, find out the rest of these silly challenges, and start tracking down Stan's accountant. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.